Will your rifle work in sub-freezing temperatures? Will your AR run? Will it fail? Will the AK run? Will it fail? I don't know. We're here to find out. There have been a lot of very interesting tests done in cold weather environments, both by the Alaska State Police, by Kalashnikov Group, and many others, and these have all been really interesting. And we're here today to find out which rifle is going to run the best in a variety of different conditions as the rifles become more and more encrusted with frozen water. Stay tuned today on Grand Theft. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this content, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. The comment section, if you don't know, is a little bit crazy, so make sure that you get in there and make it a place of learning today, because today we have a lot of very interesting results, hopefully coming out. Now, we want to, of course, thank our biggest sponsor, Brownells. A big thank you to them, very base. Thank you, Brownells. And of course, we can't forget our other sponsors of this video, Advented Bikes. Now, the question is, does the Advented bike allow me to time travel? I'm not sure. I've done it a couple times. I'm not sure if it's me or the bike. Stay tuned. We'll find out more in the future. And of course, our other sponsor is Zydax. Now, Zydax makes gaming PCs. We are starting a gaming channel. The guy who runs the company is hella cool. He has machine guns, and they're good computers. He builds good gaming computers. Micah, right? They rock. They're good. So we want to give a big thank you to Zydax. So go down for both Advented and Zydax. Check them out, and a big thank you to them. So ladies, gentlemen, often forgotten, most certainly not by me, Frozen Rifles, welcome to the channel. Today we have a lot of different rifles to test. Now, for all of these rifles here, I want to point out a couple things. There's not a single rifle that has less than, well, there is one. Except for the LMT rifle, every other rifle has at least 5,000 rounds on it. Many of them quite a bit more. The URGI Knight's Armament rifles are approaching 15K at this time. So, my whole point here is that these are not brand new rifles, and I don't think that's a good test, because what we really want to test is for a rifle that's actually carried by someone that's used either professionally, whether it be military, law enforcement, or of course as my good old civilians who are armed. You know, how's it gonna function? These aren't gonna be brand new weapons that you're taking up into the mountains. You're gonna be having weapons that are well used, well worn, and taken care of. And these weapons, while they do have high round counts, they are treated as tools. They're not abused. They are, of course, maintained, and they have maintenance cycles as springs are replaced. But my whole point is that not a single one of these is like a brand new rifle. Now, as far as going down them, we'll talk about each one, and then we'll just go ahead and get into the test, because there's no point in kind of dilly-dallying around. Now, for a lot of these rifles, they are running 5.56. So if you come in right here, the ammunition being used is a military round. It's from Norma. Norma also happens to be our ammunition sponsor, so a big thank you to them. They make great ammo. So this ammunition is made in Switzerland. It is sealed. It is basically M855, which is great. Now, for whatever reason any of these rounds fail, we do also have M855A1, which is another military round. Now, there are a variety of magazines used, mostly Magpuls, not because I think they're the best, but simply for consistency between the 5.56 guns. For the HK, it is running the HK mag, because that is what it came with. And of course, for the weapons that are not running Stenag magazines, they are running their own magazine. So as we start the test here, we're going to go ahead and just function test it. It's going to be 5 rounds per gun to make sure that it simply works. Now, each of these guns has been shot quite a bit before they were cleaned. So they were at, about 20-ish degrees prior to being cleaned. They were cleaned, and with the current lubricant, they were sitting at, between 15 to 20 degrees for the last week or so. Now, it should be noted that the CLP used is definitely usable in this operational temperature. If you get into any colder than 0 degrees Fahrenheit and you start getting into negative 40, negative 50, 60, you might want to look at using a graphite-based lubricant. But for what we have right here, the temperatures we have here, which is just about 20-ish degrees right now, a little bit lower, most CLPs are going to be fine. So, starting off with the HK416/MR556 right here. Okay, function test. For this guy, we're going to do 5 rounds. Absolutely no problems there. Wouldn't expect anything else. Next up, we have the venerable Steyr AUG. It, of course, has its roots in the good old Austrian Alps. So let's go ahead and let's give it a shot here. try it out. Okay. No problems. Didn't expect any. Next up, we of course have the very venerable URGI. This one has a shit ton of rounds on it. Let's go ahead and test this guy out. Cool. Probably got a bunch of soot on my face because it's a gassy gun. Next up, we have the good old AKM. This one is built by Meridian. Of course, I wish we could have a Russian factory-built gun, but a little difficult to acquire. But Meridian is a very good builder. I think this is going to prove the point in every way. Cool. That one's working no problem. Next up, we have the AK-105. This one was built out by a Jim Fuller. It is, of course, not a factory AK-105, but when it comes to AK builders, I would say Jim Fuller is more than likely the best custom AK builder probably in the world, to be honest. So this thing is about as damn close as you can be without being a factory version, and perhaps in some ways even better. I'm sure people get angry about that, but it doesn't matter. Absolutely no problems with that. Next up, we have a military upper. This one is not cleaned to test a couple things. Right off the bat, we already have our first malfunction there. Okay, it looks like it kind of loaded. So this gun has been kept purposely dirty right there. Forgotten Weapons fuming right now. I just use the forward assist. This one has been kept purposely dirty to see how it would function. And this is a military Block 2 upper on just a stag lower, but pretty good. All right, after that first little hiccup, looks like it's working okay-ish. We'll see what happens. Next up, SIG MCX. Not much to be said. Okay, no problems there. Oh man, it's becoming a workout right here. Next up, CAC SR-15. Let's see here. Make sure that it just tightened down. Next up, CAC SR-15. Cool. Oh, I love this one right here. So we have the FNC. Come on, baby. There we are. Okay. Cool. Good to go. On fire. Absolutely zero problems with the FNC. Next up, we have the Galil. All right, let's give it a shot. Whew. All right, get into the good stuff. We have our battle rifles right here. So to start off with, we have the M14. Everything's working great. Of course, we have the good old SCAR. For all of our battle rifles, we are using M80, just as a quick note, so it is a full-powered military round. Okay, I've got to grab the mag for the FAL. All right, we have the OSW. Unfortunately, our DSA, of course, the full size is not working. Par for the course, guys. Cool. And finally, we've got our LMT MWS and 6.5 Creedmoor. See how it does. No problems. All right. So, with the exception of the Block 2 M4, we had zero issues. Of course, that one was not clean, it's pretty crudded up. That one has seen a lot of rounds. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sprinkle water over all of these, let the rifles freeze for an hour, and see how it goes. Much longer than expected to get these things to freeze, but they have. We also had a snow flurry come through and wind, and they're now frozen.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
And we're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and start with the 416, and we'll see if these work. So nothing's been changed. We'll just go ahead and first thing first, selector. Yeah, it was fine. It was a little stiff, but you know, we didn't really do much to it. All right, 5 rounds. Cool. Looks like, look at that ejection port cover. It's kind of like stuck in place. It wouldn't come down, probably from the ice.
The frost. Sometimes it makes the blade stick.
Push it down. It's fine. Let's see if it closes. It's good. It's good. All right, cool. So we have the 416. Optics fine. Okay, next up is going to be the AUG. All right, let's go ahead and push that safety over. Oh, shit. Got it. Okay, here we go. Nice. One thing I love about ACOGs, tritium, dude. So cool. Such a good optic. All right. Next up, URGI. That is frozen. Yeah, that is, look at that. Look at all those icicles on the other side. She cold. All right, here we go. Safety. Safety. Come on, baby. Oh, got it. What's up? That's what happens when you're fed on creatine and Pop-Tarts. All right, here we go. Okay, malfunction. Come here, take a look, guys. So ejection port failed to open all the way, and it looks like it failed to eject the round. Tried to feed the next one. We have a nice little nasty malfunction. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna strip that. Oh shit. I'm gonna strip that magazine out, and there we go. Holy shit. That was way stiffer than it needed to be. All right, so that is moving freely. So we had a hard malfunction. Oh, okay, come check this out, guys. Magazine catch stuck once it got to the other side. We'll push it back. This is a Colt lower with URGI upper. This is military correct. All right, it's locked in. Okay, rounds loaded. All right, so a total of 6. Come on, go to safe, baby. There we go. Definitely stiff. Not great. AK should be fine, right? Micah, what do you think?
Honestly, dude, safety is going to be easy to take off.
All right, let's try the safety. We'll try it from right here.
Oh, wow.
Easy, dude.
Yep.
All right, legendary AK. AK is fine. Honestly, I'm going to say it right now. I want the FNC to do well. I'm kind of scared for it. All right, Jim Fuller, oh my God, that sling. Jim Fuller AK-105, let's try that with the finger. No problem. All right, let's try it out. Cool. AKs were no problem whatsoever. And now we have the dirty block too. Oh, that's cool. See that froze right there to the side of the light. All right, safety I think is gonna be a bitch. Oh no, it actually wasn't that bad. Maybe all that carbon helped it. Block 2 for the win. All right, SIG MCX. Oh shit.
Dirty block 2?
Yeah, that was a dirty block 2, it was fine. Okay, SIG MCX, safety is, got it. Okay, it locked back. The magazine's not empty, so just so you guys can see that. Can you see that good, Micah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try to. Fuck. Come on, baby. Okay, let's go and see what's. Same thing, ARs, the magazines and the safeties freeze up. So yeah, like an AK magazine rocking in is kind of a bitch, but it is a very simple thing that doesn't freeze up. Come on, baby. Jesus, dude.
Smack it with like a mag.
I might try that. We'll use the AK. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Oh, come on. Think. There we go. Okay, got that. Okay.
Dude, at this point, yeah, down.
Okay, MCX is down. All right, Knight's Armament, SR-15. The paracord is just frozen up. Are we gonna crush souls? Oh, come on, safety. Got it. Fuck you, Kalashnikov group. Okay. If you want to come over here, bolt lock to the rear.
What keeps causing that?
I'm guessing ice.
Like underneath the mag catch?
Yeah, or something like pushing up on it. It shouldn't. Okay, let's try to. Huh. Damn it to hell. All right. We use AK round here. Try to push that magazine catch. Dude, my hands are so cold. Come on, get out of there. I can feel it like giving out. Like the magazine wants to. There we go. Okay, so we got the magazine catch. Okay, got that magazine out. The question is, what the fuck? Excuse me.
Dude, she's done.
Done. Sorry, guys. Okay, FNC. You still got enough light, dude?
Yeah, should I show them what the light actually looks like?
Yeah.
All right. That's about what my eyes can see.
All right, here we go. All right, FNC, safety. Yep, a little stiff for sure, not like the AK.
We should show them the leverage on it though.
Yeah, you have got a lot of leverage on it. right there, this old bad boy. So safety certainly works. All right, let's try it out. Yeah, she's fine. Cool. I'm happy. I really like the FNC. Not showing favoritism, but I am. Okay, the Galil. Here we go. You got a lot of leverage on the safety. I think we'll be fine. Easy. That was easier than the FNC. That was actually awesome.
Nice, let's go.
Let's go, Galil, man, for the win. Okay, M14, Blackhawk down. Let's try that safety. Okay, clicked off. Okay. Fuck, that's not what I wanted.
Don't you tell me.
Okay, so unfortunately right now the trigger clicked and it hasn't released the hammer. I'm not sure if it's going to release. So Mike, I'm gonna have to ask you to set the camera down so I can get some water to pour on this because it is unsafe at this point. Yep. Okay, stop.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Okay, weapons rendered safe. Okay, she's done. I got the safety off. When I clicked the trigger released. It seems that something froze up in there. So I wasn't sure if the hammer was gonna fall at that point, if it was gonna break through the ice. So once we got that thing lubed up, we went ahead and we're gonna end the test on that one because I'm not comfortable doing that. All right, FN SCAR. Safety, I'm worried about. No, went off, no problem. Okay, here we go. Dead trigger. Okay, so we had a failure to extract right there. Mikey, you want to come take a look at that? We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try to, oh shit. This is not the gun I expected to fail.
You know what? I had a feeling. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Something about
dude.
the open bolt.
Okay, we're gonna try to AK this. Okay, so mortaring seems to have worked. Oh, you see how slow that came forward? Okay. Okay, dead trigger.
Are the rounds frozen in the mag?
That was I don't see a primer strike. I think perhaps something's frozen up in there. Try it one more time. There we go. Okay. Just took a little bit to, I think, break through that ice in the fire control group. Oh, baby. FN, excuse me. All right, we have the FN FAL. So we're gonna go ahead and get that safety off. Got the lab mic wire there.
FN, or should we say DSA?
DSA. All right, that got the safety off. Let's try it. The most surprising test right here, the DSA FAL. Who would have thought? Finally, last and certainly not least, LMT MWS. All right, let's get that safety. It is AR-like, so I am worried. It came off. A little stiff. No problem. All right. Well, so if we come down the line here, the real failures that we had were on the SCAR, the M14, the CAC SR-15, the MCX, and besides that, we certainly had issues with the URGI and the Block 2 as well. But really, I think the true winners here are the AKs and certainly the FNC and the Galil. The Galil was awesome.
Galil rocked.
You know, that's funny. So in that Alaska test that they did, they said that the Galil was awesome. And they also said that the FNC was awesome. So we'll see. This is really interesting. These are not the results that I expected. We're gonna get a little colder in the next few days and try it then. So for you, moments, for me, quite a while. So these weapons were allowed to cold soak out in my garage for, in the same condition, loaded. Nothing changed for about a week. Stayed about freezing during that time, so nothing's really changed on these weapons. I wanted to make this test exceedingly difficult on them. For the weapons that failed, they were cleared out, made sure that they still functioned. There are a lot of variables that come into play. I believe on the Knights Armament SR-15 that perhaps we had the ambidextrous bolt release freeze in some way to cause that malfunction. It's hard to say. We'll kind of have to tell in this upcoming test right here. Now on the SCAR, I think that I might have done it dirty because we did have that battery assist device, and I think that perhaps that could have contributed to its malfunction. So we went ahead and we removed that to ensure that, you know, if that contributed to the failure at all, maybe it would be better. But it's interesting because we really didn't put that much water on these weapons during this test. So I'm definitely very interested to see what happens for the upcoming one. So for this test, we're going to straight up immerse these weapons in water. Compared to last time where we simply sprinkled them, today it is full immersion. We are going hard on these guys and we're gonna see what happens. Now, I will say for the weapons, these weapons are all cleaned and maintained with the same CLP prior to this test, or the first test, excuse me. And despite that freezing test, it doesn't seem that the oil has left any of the weapons really. It seems to have stayed there. Again, this is a CLP that is appropriate for these weather conditions. So right now it's about 20 degrees, which is plenty enough to get these weapons freezing. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna completely dunk them, and then we'll, you know, see what happens in a few hours here. So just so you guys can see what's happening, we'll go ahead and we'll start with the HK416 here, or the MR556 Alpha 1. So we're gonna completely just douse this guy. So we have added one extra weapon because the AK-105 did so well, but the 545, of course, is a tapered case, which I think contributed somewhat to the reliability of the weapon in the cold, perhaps. So we have an AK-105 exactly built like this one, except this one is in 556. This is a Bulgarian build from Arsenal, so I am interested to see how it performs, being a 556 weapon that is an AK. All right, guys, listen, in the interest of time, we're gonna go ahead and kind of tidy up this video a little bit. So essentially, every single weapon failed in such a dangerous manner that it took us a lot of time to then thaw the weapons out to ensure that they were safe. This following segment, if we have it unedited, was over an hour and a half long. So we're gonna cut it down to essentially the weapons that worked. And the weapons that worked are the Steyr AUG and all of the AKs, albeit they certainly had issues of their own. Every other weapon utterly and completely did not work in any shape, way, form, or fashion. So sorry to cut out some of this footage, but the fact of the matter is like a 2-hour-long video is not what we're going for. We will revisit this in further videos, but hope you enjoy the supercut right here. Okay, cleared out that ice. The bolt is moving freely. Let's try that one more time. Again, this is a really bad situation for any gun. Okay, There we go, 5 rounds. AK-105, safety comes right off. I am hopeful. There is probably ice in the firing control mechanism. We'll see. LK inspector works. Hey, nice. Okay, dead trigger. Check that one out. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the only thing that was preventing the AK-105 from working was that frozen magazine spring, and I'm guessing that's probably going to be a continuing kind of something that we're just going to see throughout the rest of the test. Okay, we have the AK-105 for 5.56. Safety off. Okay, locked back. Oh, nice. That magazine is actually still working. Okay. Working good. All right. Looks like it depends on the magazine. That safety came right off. What? Nope. Good times. Guessing this is going to be the same thing right here. Okay, we have, try to work it into place. Pretty sure I broke something. Let's try it out. No way. The little URGI that could. Come on, baby. I think the URGI is dead. Next up, the Knights Armament SR-15. Got it. All right. What's up, Kalashnikov group? Okay, it's probably colder there when they did it. Oh, fuck. Here we go. That trigger is frozen, dude. Hammer dropped, nothing. Cold sucks, man. Okay, we have the MCX. There's so much ice, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I got it. That wasn't actually as bad. Okay, trying the trigger. Nothing. Okay, I have some hope for the next few. The FNC has been noted to be a wonderful weapon in the Arctic. So let's see if I can crank that safety off. Yep, I could get it. It wasn't that bad. Let's see if it fires, dude. LCAN looks great. Okay, fired. We got a lock back. Okay, here we go. Okay, Galil. Galil did great last time because we have that AK-like safety. Maybe this is too much. Okay, we'll try pouring some water on it. We'll try it. Nah, she's done, dude. All right. Scar H. Oh, dude, that gun is crispy. Oh, got it. She's good. All right. Look at that sling, just frozen. All right, here we go. Oh, LCAM looks great. Okay. Nothing. DSA FAL. Every gun has failed. The only constant is that nothing works. Okay. Push that. Hey, safety came off, no problem. Nope. Trigger man. That's a no-go. So the test is over and the question is, what do I think? Well, there's a lot that goes into it. This was the most intense test ever. You fell into a lake and you're about to die because everything is freezing, including your weapon. So this is a little bit of a maybe never would happen scenario. But nonetheless, I wanted to test and see how the weapons did. It seems to be that the only weapons that could possibly work in this type of condition would be the Steyr AUG and of course, the AKs, which performed very well. Funny enough, that AK in 5.56 performed extremely well. Maybe that was, I didn't pour enough water on it. I don't know. I'm inclined to say that AKs are, of course, the weapon for subarctic and Arctic temperatures and all that type of stuff. And the AUG definitely fits in there as well. The biggest thing with the AUG was that when the water got into the magazine and froze up, that kind of killed it. Now, could you easily take a magazine off your kit, rock that in there and get that AUG up and running? 100%. So beyond that, the other weapons were frozen up hard to the point of being actually a little bit dangerous because we had to clear each one of them out and it was a little bit scary. But it all depends on your area, where you live. So, you know, for the guy living out in Florida, like looking at this, he's like, well, hell, I'm going to get rid of my AR. Not the move, man. You have to gauge it off of your specific area that you're living. Are you going to be in these subarctic temperatures? And even then, if you remember on our first test with just freezing rain where it froze into it, most of the weapons did pretty well. So it's all about that, and it's also about lubing, right? And there's going to be a complete video on that as well, such as graphite-based lubes. How does that change this test up? And we'll be testing that in the future. This was off a lube that should have worked in these operating temperatures, but who knows? Sometimes this testing shows that maybe that's not the case. But in any case, I think the biggest thing that we've learned from this is that you need to test your stuff. If you live in the mountains, if you live in a very cold environment, test your weapon out and see how it works. I had a guy comment to say, hey, I live up in Dead Horse, Alaska, and my SCAR runs perfect. That's great because he probably doesn't get the type of moisture. It's also pretty dry because it's so cold, so the SCAR never has these moisture and freezing problems that we're showing right here. Again, this is a kind of nuanced test compared to what you might see in real life, but nonetheless, pretty damn interesting, don't you think? But here's the thing, guys. As interesting as all this stuff is, like we said before, it doesn't matter if you're not training and testing out your gear and getting that experience. That's what matters most. So get out there, train, become better, because remember, you are the weapon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. We got nothing else for you, but we got tons more coming in the following months. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification icon. I've got nothing else for you. Final thing for you, if you don't layer, you will die. You will freeze to death in this type of environment. Quick note. All right, we're done.